Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Photo Tips Tuesday. I am Christina Stuart with Christina Stuart Photography. Today I want to talk a little bit about selfies. My mom just asked me the other day if I knew other people who took selfies. And I said, of course, Mom. It's the thing now, right? Well, for me, years ago, before cell phones were even really popular and way before they had cameras that were decent enough to take pictures that were any good, I was taking selfies with my big real SLR, my single lens reflex. And the reason was because I was doing a lot of traveling. I went to study abroad in Cambridge, England when I was in college. I did internships all over the country. So a lot of those times I was traveling by myself. I've driven all across the country numerous times. The only states I haven't been to yet are North Dakota, South Dakota, and Michigan. All the others I've actually driven to and stayed in for various reasons, whether it was just as an overnight stay to get to my next day's destination, or I actually was there working at an internship. Anyway, so I would go to all these cool things because I love to travel, so I would take extra time. I wouldn't take just the trip, the time amount that it would take to get to my destination. I would take about 2 weeks usually on all of my trips to take the time to get there. And I would stop at all the national parks that I was going through and states I was going through that had national parks. I would stop at state parks. I camped a lot of the times on my trips. So I was visiting these beautiful places, and most of the time I was by myself. So I would take a selfie out of necessity. I wanted a picture of myself in front of the Niagara Falls or in front of Bryce Canyon or Zion or all these beautiful places I've been, the Grand Canyon, all these beautiful places I've been. So it started out really as necessity, and then it got popular with cell phones because it was so much easier to do than it was on a regular camera. So if you want to take a cell phone picture, I want to give you a couple tips for selfies. Sorry, not cell phone pictures. With selfies, you can see that I'm looking up into the camera, right? The cell phone. And that is on purpose. The reason why you want to hold your camera or have the camera up at a higher angle than your subject, even if this is for people who are taking portraits too, you want to be up above your subject as the camera photographer from the camera's point of view, looking down a little bit. Does anybody know why that might be or what that might help you with? If so, hurry up and quick girl type it in the comments, because I'm going to tell you, of course, in a minute. I just want to see if anybody knows. So the reason why you want to have the camera above your subject, or with selfies above yourself, you want to have it at about a 45-degree angle above your face, because it actually thins out your subject. It also cleans up the background. So you don't have, say, the parking lot or the bunch of people behind you. You end up getting kind of the ground behind you as your background, and that just cleans up the background. It's really nice. The other way is having something that, like, say you're at the beach. I go to the beach all the time. You want to have that as your background so you can still hold it up, but you want to just make sure that you can see the background, right? You want to see the beach. You want to position yourself where there isn't any, poles growing out of your head or through your ears or oddly placed in your body somewhere. And the other thing, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to take off my little light stand here. I'm going to show you what it looks like versus going from here as, hi, I'm beautiful, right? Print my little hair. Or this. See what happened here? That is not pretty. Nobody wants to have that double chin, no matter how heavy or how thin somebody might be. When you shoot from this angle, one, you go right up their nose. Nobody wants to see that either. And you get this fat neck. Nobody wants that either. Versus, wow, I'm really pretty, thanks. Okay, so that really is the biggest, and that's the biggest reason why you want to shoot from a little bit above yourself. And when you're shooting portraits, you want to think the same way. Now, shooting from below is fun if you've got athletes and they're real buff and you want to show them bigger. That's what you can do, you can shoot from a lower angle and show that broad bodies and shoulders, and it can add to the picture. But for selfies, which is what we're kind of talking about just for fun today, you want to shoot from a little bit above, versus even straight on is okay, but not quite as nice because you can still see a little bit, right? So you want to come a little bit over here. Also, think about what's in your background, right? Look how that changed from that. Now I am getting this kind of growing in my head, so I would have shifted a little bit. Check where your lighting is. I'm standing underneath this big oak tree, right? This creates what's called open shade. You can see there's not very many shadows on my face, and it allows for just a really nice even light, evenly lit subjects. Now I can move around. You can get kind of this dappled look, or you can get this kind of real dramatic, right, you know, right in my eyeball look, which can be fun. Just pay attention to what the light's doing, where you're standing, what's behind you. And the other thing that I want to add is I am actually looking right into the camera. Hi. Versus at the screen. So now I'm looking at the screen, and you can see the difference versus my eye contact when I'm looking right into the camera versus looking at the screen. Not very many people notice that. So when you're doing videos, especially if you're doing Zoom, if you're doing anything on your phone with video, you really want to be looking into the actual camera versus at the screen at yourself, because it gives you a more direct contact with your subjects and your viewers, or your listeners, or however you're doing it. So those are kind of a quick tips for getting some fun selfies. Do them. Social media is really important in your business for you entrepreneurs, other photographers, newbies starting out, new photographers. I actually use this little light stand that, just because I had an extra lightweight one, and it's kind of old, so I wasn't really using it for anything else. So it's adjustable. I have this like umbrella stand that I use that tilts. I can tilt it. And then I bought a little cell phone adapter that turns vertically or horizontally, and it folds down just like a tripod or a light stand. Right here. So it's pretty sturdy. And that's my setup for these videos normally. And it's also really great for some behind the scenes stuff that we, you know, selfie sticks. I'm 6 feet tall, for those of you who don't know me. I'm 6 feet tall, and I haven't needed a selfie stick because I have really long arms, and I'm always the one taking the selfies, even with the groups of friends and I, whenever we go out, I'm the one taking the cell phone pictures and all the selfies. So this is really handy to have when I want to do some behind the scenes stuff, or some of those time-lapse videos you might have seen if you look back on my videos. This is what I use. I just set up my phone here, push record, put it on slow-mo, put it on time-lapse, whatever it is that I'm doing, and then I can go be shooting, and I don't have to rely on somebody else to record the video for me or send it to me if it's too long, and they may not remember, whatever it is. So with this setup, it's really, really nice to just kind of be in control. Even if I'm at a shoot by myself, I can still get some video. I can still do I can do some testimonials, which is really nice on this, because then it's sturdy and you're not shaking around like this, because nobody wants to watch videos that do that. So thank you so much for watching my few tips on doing selfies, and they are good for your business. I know so many people don't want to do them, but show what you're doing, show who you're with, show you're having a good time. We want to see what you're doing, and we want to see that human element. Have a great day. Hope you guys are staying warm. It was like 40 degrees here this morning in Florida. That's our winter. Sorry for all you guys up north. Thanks for watching. This is Christina with Christina Stuart Photography on Photo Tips Tuesday. And if you have any questions, DM me, and I would be happy to do a lesson directly for you. So thanks. Have a great day.